I'm restarting the recording so people that just want to see the blue cards can just see the blue cards. Tireless Tracker fills a very similar role to Nahiri. Or Courser of Crufix. Look at that! Easy mulligan. Keep Barino here. Abzan Company. Brett could be playing anything, though. He's got a lot of decks. Keep. Would not be surprised to see Brett playing just kind of here. He's often on the flavor of the week, whatever the new best deck is. 70 is such an ugly odd number. Rounded out, right? Keeping that land on top might be wrong. Maybe I was supposed to fetch that away. I don't know. Exarch works with Nahiri. Exarch, yeah, okay. So, again, would not surprise to see him playing this. Again, often just playing whatever the flavor of the week is. I mean, we were playing one Hierarch before, just like extra accelerants are good. Four is greater than 2. I mean, y'all are not wrong. I'm going to path my Noble Hierarch here. We have to take some damages to do it, but I think I'd rather keep my mana around, and path probably isn't doing a lot against his deck. I'm going to get an extra white source here, an extra red source. I'm going to get an extra white source. Yeah. And we're going to play Resto during our main phase here. Ooh, that's a tough call, actually. Yeah, I'm going to... he could have Spell Snare. I'm going to go Wall Voice. Is he going to Spell Snare this? That's great. Super glad. Yeah, get leveled. Rex Scrub. There might have been merit to just like playing the resto there, but I like getting the voice out. One could say I was a master at baiting. You baited that Spell Snare so good. Something fierce. I'm going to play this Restoration Angel during my opponent's upkeep. I'm playing it during his upkeep because I don't want him to have mana for a Cryptic Command, which is likely in his deck. And if he has Mana Leak or Remand here, I want him to play it on his turn and use up his mana this cycle instead of allowing him to use his 2 mana on my turn. Miss a land drop, you greedy 23 land playing person, you. Oh, yeah, get that tapped land. You do it. You play that tapped land. Yeah, I'm just shipping here. Ship with this. Play the Breeding Pool tap. We could have, like, corded, shocked this in and corded for voice here, but I think that's worse than just, like, having cord for Kiki up next turn. I guess he is about to draw a million cards, though. That being said, he does, like, have to answer the board. We have 6 power on the table. And, like, it's going to take a Path to Exile to answer the resto. We do have a Glenelendra Archmage in our deck that we can cord for, so let's remember that that exists, too. No, I don't like getting a Phantasmal Image there. Like, he's drawing a bunch of cards, and, like, he's just going to get to kill it. I'd rather, like, use this to combo or, like, get a Glenelendra Archmage with it. This is free, because it still taps for the cord. It also makes this elemental bigger. I'm just entering combat here, right? Yep. path that. I think I'm just letting that happen. He's got a lot of mana up and a lot of cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that happen. Got a third red. Snapcaster Mage Resolves. Targeting Lightning Bolt. I'm going to... Sure. No, I'm not getting screwed here. He's bolting it, so I'm going to chord for... We have Pia and Crindalar in our main deck, right? Yeah. So I'm going to chord for... Do I want Resto or do I want Pia and Crindalar? I'm unsure. Pia and Crindalar means this elemental can't die. So that's probably ideal. I can like Resto and draw a card, but then that means this is only a 4/4, and then he can like block it with the Snapcaster Mage and it won't die. So yeah, I'm just going to get Pia. This is much better. Yeah, just like, that's fine. You get to block. We're going to get ranched by Supreme Verdict here, but like we're going to get ranched by that either way. You might not even have that in his main deck. Anger also gets us here. Yeah, man. You have a Nahiri. Yeah, man. It's gone. Got it. Is that a good draw? I can't tell. Anyone? Anyone know if that was a good draw? Yes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So gonna attack Nahiri with this. Then I'm gonna attack him with this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. This might not even have been right to get backwards, but maybe I was supposed to just like get back voice here. Here he's dead. He goes to 8. I feel like I'm just supposed to hold this chord. Like he's pretty dead on board. He has Colonnade to block, kind of, but hot fire. Hot fire is hot. Whew, 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 whew. Thank you, Worth. I appreciate it. I feel like you owe us one after all this time. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have the perfect amount of mana because we can path his guy and chord for Glenalendra and counter our spell. I could also just chord for Resto here. Okay, this is bad for us. It's pretty good last couple. We're just getting remanded, I guess. So like we still have the chord for later. This chord was a little aggressive. So he's gonna trade with the Eternal Witness and take 2 here. We do still have a chord in our hand, but he's gonna have 2 cards in his. This deck list isn't below the stream yet. I need to add it there. That's still not a bad draw. That's true. He did only have one card. That is completely fair. So, Lethal Raging Ravine, go. Chord for 4. God, he has a Cryptic Command as his last card? Seriously? Ugh. It's a good thing he's dead to this Raging Ravine. So he has to counter this and bounce my Raging Ravine? Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. Exile a 1/1? Yep. He's fighting the good fight. That was a pretty rough last couple cards for him to have. I think I'm just supposed to poke him. That might be incorrect. I don't know. We're going to hold extra lands at this point to discard to a Nahiri. I mean, we had a bunch of really good draws too, to be fair. It's been a good game. Like a lot of back and forth here. So let's fire this bad boy up. I guess I should have played this out to prevent a possible Snapcaster Mage shenanigans. We've just had this path in our back pocket here. All right. Up a game. A game against the enemy. Alright, we get to bring in the Pithing Needle Trinket Mage package. Fulminator Mage, Eidolon, Purge, Unified Will. Path to Exile was okay there, but it's obviously coming out. Lone Missionary out. Phantasmal Image seems like it's not going to be stellar. You want any other cuts? I don't think he can't have like Grafdigger's Cage or anything like that because that stops his combo too. So I think I'm gonna trim the Quasilate Bride Mage. Any other comments? Feel free to throw them out there. It only hits the Celestial Colonnades, and like we have Fulminator Mages to do that. Like pathing our own guy there was okay, but like literally path is one of the best things. That's one of the best things the path can do. I'm going to export this list to my metery page real quick here. See Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the stream. Notepad++ is wonderful. Pithing Needle turns off Nahiri, and it turns off Celestial Colonnade. I played a 4-color Bring to Light control deck in Indianapolis. I got 19th place. You could find the deck list on Star City Games website. You can also find it in my deck list, something close to it, in my deck list link below. Man, so close. Just needs more lands. I mean, this is not great. We're gonna keep it. I feel like I just want to make all my land drops, but I also really want to play a 2 or 3 drop on 2, so we're gonna bottom that for now. We've got 3 lands. If I only had 2 lands, I think I'd keep that, but on 3, I think I'm okay. Yeah, just get Wall of them, and it sounds much better. Okay. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Look at that beauty right there. I think this mana base needs a Hollowed Fountain. Just after like how they like, if this could fetch a Hollowed Fountain right now, that is definitely the land I would get. Nick Miller decided he wanted to deck tech people that didn't make day 2 instead. No, that's not true. What's his name made day 2. His deck was actually pretty sweet. Todd, I'm blanking on Todd's last name. His Bantel Drowsy deck was sweet. It was actually one of my losses in the Swiss. Yeah, we're going to lead on Voice of Resurgence here. He might remand this since it doesn't look like we can recast it. Okay. He definitely has Anger of the Gods post board. I think I'm just passing here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. Thanks for the plug, Dino. Yeah, welcome. Almost 800. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you, everyone, for hanging out here this afternoon. If it's your first time by the stream, welcome especially. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a grinder on the SCG Tour, and we play Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex here. For Magic, we focus primarily on Modern, but we also play a lot of... we also play some Standard, Pauper, and Legacy as well. Yeah, look at that. Play around Anger of the Gods. I don't have a Forge Tender in my deck. It's unfortunate. Like, again, really wish this was really wish it was a Hollowed Fountain. I think I'm burning one of these on a mana guy here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm assuming he's just gonna let this resolve. Has Cryptic up. That's what I'm supposed to do here. I can Chord for 3. I can Chord for 3. Get Fulminator Mage. Opponent is missing land drops. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to Chord for 3 during his upkeep. And take him off his Hollowed Fountain if he lets us do it. I'm assuming the Chord for 3 isn't going to resolve. But if he taps out to counter this, it means he won't be able to counter the Glenelendra next turn, most likely. And negate, sure. All right, we'll be right back. Someone's at my door. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna jam. We're gonna jam this. We could get mana leaked or remanded, but definitely the best chance to stick this. He's got 5 cards in hand, so not surprised when this doesn't resolve. Jeez. Well, that's good. It's unfortunate he can kill the Noble Hierarch because, again, we don't have a Hollowed Fountain because I'm a big stupid. Path to Exile. And again, if this was a Hollowed Fountain here, we'd be able to counter this Ancestral Visions. Unfortunate. Path to Exile helps you not die to decks that are faster than our clunky mid-range deck. That's why Path to Exile is good. Path to Exile helps you against Infect. It helps you against Affinity. It helps you against Burn a lot of the time. Like, Path to Exile helps make matchups that would otherwise be bad reasonable. There's Breeding Pool right on time. Am I supposed to put Trinket Mage and, like, Needle the Nahiri? I think I'm supposed to do that. Needle does seem loose with our own Nahiris, but, you know, this is our bed. We're going to lie in it. Oh, God, I'm a big stupid. I'm just a big dumb dummy. Man, if we get Angers of the Gods, because I didn't... this should 100% be untapped right now. Not particularly close. Oh, we were just testing blue. We're crazy like a fox. That's the reason, right? We're up a game. We got one to throw away. That's how that works, right? Please don't wrath me. God bless. Look at that. Never punished. It's down to 8. Okay, seems good for us. I mean, I have Glenalendra to stop an end-step Cryptic. And here he's only on 6. So, like, I think I'd rather, like, just kill my opponent more so than... Well, we're not drawing spells, but we also haven't drawn our own Nahiris, so, you know, we've got that going for us. I would not be surprised to see him try and trade the Colonnade with this, which obviously he's going to be able to do since we have a bunch of blanks. You are pathing my Glenalendra Archmage. Well, we're going to let that happen because if we had a Chord there, we would have gotten to Savage him so hard. Just like Chord, and he goes to counter the Chord, and then we get to, if we Chord and he goes to counter the Chord, we get to use the Glenalendra to counter his counter. Like, ugh. Like, Glenalendra is sweet. Like, every time I've considered playing Glenalendra, or playing blue in this deck, it's always because I want to play Glenalendra Archmage. Every time I want to do that. Alright, here's the Cryptic. The gods are very angry, sure. He has another Cryptic command to counter this Pithing Needle again. We're going to get Emmercooled. We'll all cry about it. Wah, 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 wah. It's a good draw. Finally found a spell. Ding. President. Ding, president, dum, bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Alright, well, that resolved. So, cast this. So this is going to get Cryptic commanded, I assume? Negate, get a token, sure. So now he has to deal with my board and it's like he has a Cryptic command or Snap Cryptic command, I assume. Because Emrakul doesn't kill me. I'm at 19 and have plenty of permanents to sacrifice. I should have put this into play. That was a mistake. I think we want to sacrifice the voice because I want... Oh, wait. If I sacrifice my other creatures, these aren't going to be lethal. So I need to sacrifice this in 5 lands. 2, 3... 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. Well, he missed the colonnade line. Snapcaster means he's not dead here. He has a lot of things that mean he's not dead. Cryptic command means he's not dead, etc. I could have played the Pia pre-combat, but that's really bad against against cryptic command or snap cryptic command. Sure. Nope. No more basics left in the deck. This is unfortunate. Oh wow. Yeah, well I'm glad I didn't play Pia in current out. The list of draws that were okay, this was definitely towards the top. You know, get to punish him for missing lethal last turn. Hopefully. He does have 2 cards left. Okay, that result. That's fair. Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support. I think I missed a couple other followers in there while I was checking my front door. Thank you and welcome to the stream. Creeping up towards 900 people hanging out here this afternoon. Welcome. That's rude. He played around something. Yeah, maybe he's just supposed to wasteland me there when I didn't get a land after Path to Exile. That's completely fair. Yeah, he had a lot of lines here. I mean, that being said, like I have to like block his colonnade and then he's not dead on board. The way I sacrificed my lands was incorrect. If I draw a Chord of Calling, I cannot cast it. Of course, if he just like uses Ghost Quarter correctly, like we wouldn't be able to cast anything here. So have to block this. Are we on any outs here? We're looking for like Fulminator Mage at this point. Okay. Dead to any removal spell. Played this game more than a little sloppy. Made a few mistakes in a number of places. Three basic islands. Okay. Wow, does he really not have a removal spell? Oh, okay. There you go. I was very confused. Alright, we were dead regardless. Am I supposed to board out mana creatures? That's probably not correct anymore. With all these 4s. I'm just gonna submit. I mean, he passed us and we didn't search, so like I'd assume my opponent's out of basics if that happened. It's unkeepable, right? It's so close. If this was castable, I think I'd keep this. And like our opponent's playing Ghost Quarter and Path to Exile, so like having a bunch of basics in our opener isn't great. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we'll keep that. I'm not gonna shuffle it away either. So this could be turn 3 Nahiri. It's unfortunate we don't have turn 2 Stone Rain into turn 3 Nahiri. Like, the Hierarch in our hand would have been like the Stone Cold Nuts. Fetch land. Oh, probably should have played this fetch land, because with this I'm more likely to want to fetch a basic plains than a basic mountain this game. Am I getting breeding pool at this point? Yeah, I think I am. Needing blue and double blue feels a little weird. Do I just jam the Nahiri now? I feel like I'm supposed to play Fulminator Mage first. Like, our hand is so light on action. I really don't want to just walk into a negate here. Like, if he has a mana leak or a remand, it's getting used on this, most likely. Yep. And now we get a point of damage in. Now, this turn cycle, I think I'm going to jam the Nahiri, and the reason for that is I want to try and get it in under Cryptic Command and under Snap Remand. So we could get mana leaked or negated here, and I'm aware that that's the thing that could happen. But I don't want him to like remand me again into like snap remand me and just feel super miserable. So let's just jam this. Hope for the best. Resolved. All right. Oh, that was the best. Plus this. He could go burn spell here, but I think that's fine for us too. Yeah, I think we're getting Sacred Foundry with whatever we fetch, so yeah, let's play that out, pass the turn. Firelit Ticket's fine. It's like a necessary evil, I think. Yeah, he's just gonna bolt us and then like snap bolt us or bolt us again. So we got to loot away a land, and we're gonna gain 6 basically and take 2 cards from him. Oh, fuck me. Alright. Apologies. That was my fault. Yeah. The reason that happened is a little obnoxious, but was not my kid. I'm just, yep. So, the USB wireless card that I'd been using in my computer is a piece of crap. So I am currently using my netbook to bridge a wired connection to my desktop computer because it has good throughput through that. And I forgot to plug my netbook in when I brought it back down here after I had it with me on the weekend. So I definitely, the netbook just ran out of battery and turned off. I was like, oh, whoops. The old netbook bridge, yep. And I had the netbook with me over the weekend because like I take it with me when I travel. So I forgot to plug it back in when I brought it back down here. And apparently the battery life on my netbook is approximately 2 hours and 48 minutes from a full charge. So that's annoying because we had a lot of people, hopefully most of them, stuck around a second while my netbook rebooted while I plugged it in. Thank you everyone for being here that's still here. Like I said, mildly embarrassing. We get to Stone Rain him, and then rebuy our Nahiri. That sounds great. So kill that one. I mean, like, he has to kill Nahiri. It's going to kill him. Oh, that's a good draw. I feel like a lot of these decks aren't playing Mana Leak. Yeah, I'm not going to play around Mana Leak. Watch him Mana Leak me here, and I just feel like a big dumb stupid, but I feel like I'm not obligated to play around Mana Leak. I feel like I'm just getting remanded and Cryptic Commanded in this matchup, but or negated, sure. I'd much rather like save this as a potential to discard to the Nahiri. 2 leaks. Yeah, we have 3 Nahiris in our deck still, so I'm actually going to hold on to that for now. Do I want to trade these? If I draw Restoration Angel, I can just restore the wall element, so yeah, I think I'm fine with this trade. Oh, on chat screen is frozen. Oh, thank you. No, I can see the chat. I've got a different chat. The on-chat screen is different than the chat that I'm reading, which is convenient. So that way I can still read private messages and people don't see them. Everyone doesn't see them. And here you have his own, sure. I was reading all those messages. That's why I was responding to them. Play this. Play this. Attack your Nahiri. Takes you, puts you a turn behind at least. Sure. You know, I think I missequenced this. So, God bless you, Emrakul. So the missequencing here was if I would have led on Wall of Omens the turn I played the Nahiri and it got negated. If I would have led on Wall of Omens there, I would have drawn Voice and then played Voice, and then he would have tapped out to play Anger, and then I would have been able to stick my own Nahiri the following turn. So we are just dead here to his Emrakul, so we're going to concede. Flood it out a little bit there at the end. Can't afford to do that. Yeah, just like straight bricks. Firelit Thicket's fine. It's a necessary evil, especially without the Overgrown Tomb in our deck. Fulminator Mage gets harder to cast without Overgrown Tomb, so having the Firelit Thicket makes, you know, the PN Corinne and the Fulminator and the Kiki just much easier to cast. Jeskai almost always been fine. Jeskai has consistently been a tier 2 deck in Modern for as long as anyone can remember. That's like basically since the format's inception. When Twin got banned out of the format, it got much better because Twin was a very difficult matchup for those decks. I don't like playing one copy of Thrun because like you're trying to like play a one of both. You have to play like multiple Thruns to like see them consistently, because like if you're resolving Chord, you could just get anything. It doesn't have to be Thrun. We can't. We are currently playing a Magic Online League, and you cannot change your deck list in between matches of a league. So we are stuck with this deck that I have submitted for the next 4 matches, in addition to the one we just played. James Newstead, you are very wrong. I played a lot of Jeskai, a lot of Jeskai control. Yeah. No, I've played a lot of Jeskai control during that time, and you just couldn't close. You didn't have a go over the top card. You didn't have a good way to close out the game. They were able to consistently punish your awkward draws full of lightning bolts and lightning helixes, and you didn't have the right mix. Like, you very much had the wrong half of your deck problem pretty consistently in that matchup. Living End. All right, well, counter spells are good. Yeah, the blue mirrors in Modern often allow for a lot of play mistakes on both sides of the table, which, in my experience, the people that say like, "Oh, well, this matchup's just really good for me," it's like, well, you've been playing against bad people, or you've been running hot. Like, I think D-Money's up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. You can have bad matchups in a Modern format and still win a Pro Tour with the deck. That's when people said, was I surprised or changing my mind about the Jeskai deck and my opinion on it when it won the Open? No. Tier 2 decks that have bad matchups and aren't great, you know, they do well at tournament. Like, Kiki is not, like, breaking the format, but, like, I still put up reasonable results with it fairly consistently because it's, like, a fine, reasonable Magic deck. Like, it does look like our opponent is, in fact, playing Living End, which means when we play the Spellskite out next turn, he should get very sad. Yeah, no problem, Alexander the Brave. See Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. So he's going to have to deal with this Scavenging Ooze. So, one thing that's kind of awkward is that he can... We need to, like, leave mana up here consistently, right? Because, like, if I tap out for this Pia and Corinne Nalar, he could just, like, cycle, untap, do his thing. I don't want to attack in with the Oh, I guess if he tries to beast within his own land, I could redirect to Spellskite. So, yeah, that's fine. I was saying he could beast within his own thing, but that's, like, the same as him trying to beast within this. We just redirect it to Spellskite. Yeah, he could, like, sweep the board and then, like, start cycling and sweep the board again. Like, that's what he has to do here. He could also just, like, cycle a bunch of things here and then do his thing. I'm going to get rid of the Monstrous Carapede. Things with 4 power are scary. Tron! That being said, our day 2 probably went a lot quicker without Lantern Control being in the building. Shriek Maw is annoying. Let's see how he stacks these triggers. He might stack them wrong. Alright, he's stacking his triggers properly. So he's going to get to kill this. We can't redirect to Spellskite here because this is non-black, non-artifact creature. So... the best decks in Modern right now, in my opinion, are Jund, Burn, what else? Malira Company. I think I'm just supposed to, like, be playing the waiting game at this point. Infect's like tier 1.5, in my opinion. It doesn't have a ton of like it's one of those decks that's like consistently like kind of on the fringe. Like you're not surprised when you see it, but you're also not surprised when it doesn't put up a result. Like, okay, a good example of like why Malira Company is definitely tier 1. There was no Malira Company in day 2, and everyone was like, "This is strange. This is wrong. Why isn't there Malira Company in day 2 of this event?" And again, the important thing to remember here is that just because I say a deck is tier 2 or I don't think it's fantastic, that doesn't mean you shouldn't play the deck and you can't enjoy playing the deck. Like, it's fine to enjoy playing decks that are tier 2. Most of the decks in Modern are tier 2. There's a lot of them. Okay, so he's rearranging the top 3 cards of my library while I have a fetch land in play. Strong play. This has to have been better, rearranging the top 3 cards of his deck. I mean, Infect can win some longer games. So we're going to Exarch, tap one of his 3 power guys when he enters combat, block another, take 3 down to 16, fetch to 15, go Bird Pia on our next turn here. Oh, and I just... Oh, Magic's hard and clicking is difficult. If we lose by 3 points of damage, I'm a big dumb dummy. You know, Violent Outburst here to kill my guy? Sure. So he's not going to cast the Living End at the end of this. He's just going to give his guys plus power, which isn't unreasonable. So now we've taken 4 extra points of damage instead of 3 extra points of damage. So we're going to 10 now, which is, again, truly unfortunate and 100% on me. Definitely make more mistakes online, but that is largely tied to the fact that I'm generally playing Magic online while streaming, and streaming while playing Magic is like trying to do something else while you're driving a car. You do it much worse, so you shouldn't do it generally. We are playing Kiki Chord currently with some blue Magic cards in it. You can find a link to the deck list below the stream. I also posted an image on my Twitter page. Moto's quality software, yep. Like, yeah, just between, like, the interface being less than stellar and just, like, other things like that, like... Alright, so we're just going to double block here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 7. So maybe I'm just going to use this as a gain 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. While playing Magic while driving? That sounds terrifying. So we would be at 11 here. And again, I just want to keep track of if we lose this game by a lot, my misclick wasn't a big deal, but like we likely win this game in paper if we're +4 life. If he kills my PN Krinalar here. Oh, he could kill a land. Oh, please don't kill a land. Please. Thank you. God bless. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually really good. Okay. After streaming. Yeah, I mean, kinda. I guess if he has a beast within here, this ends poorly for us. We're not just dead, but we're mostly dead if he has a beast within. Oh, I guess beast within gives us another blocker, so that's not true. We just go like bump, trade. I played a different deck because I'm allowed to play other Magic decks. I play lots of different decks. We play lots of decks on stream. Like, you know, variety is the spice of life. Alright, so he has Beast Within. That's fine. So, I think we just go eat, right? And take 3, down to 4. I don't have another Violent Outburst, seriously. God, that's such a beating. Well, at least these are all trading, I suppose. We're going to 3. So, could be at 7 here. So, could not be dead on board if I played Magic better and clicked better. Alright. Difference between 2 and 3 is about the same, right? What am I getting with this chord is the real question. We're already down. We're down a resto. Chord for 4. We can get Glenelendra Archmage. Doesn't seem particularly great, though. I could, like, get Eternal Witness and get back Scavenging Ooze. That doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, that seems fine, actually. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. We don't have a second Pia. Pia's dead. No, I don't find the type of gameplay that Fish produces particularly interesting. I generally try to play decks that hold my attention, and Fish isn't the type of deck that can do that. I mean, rebuying Scavenging Ooze seems... And this is bad if he has a main deck Fairy Macabre, which they occasionally have. And again, I wouldn't even have to chump here if I was plus 4 life from playing my Deceiver Exarch at the right point. Fetch a dual land tapped, get Temple Garden here. What goes for Jund? Oh, I don't find the gameplay particularly interesting. Yeah, same goes for Jund for sure. Don't find that deck very interesting to play. Jund is basically a point-and-click deck. It's like playing a first-person shooter. You're just like, kill that one, and kill that one, and kill that one, and kill that one over there. And, yeah, that one too. That one's got to die. All right, and look at that. So, we're kind of stabilizing here. Go to that. And again, if we were just stabilizing with 4 more points of health. 4 more points of health is all I want for Christmas. Dead to Demonic Dread. I'm pretty sure our opponent's like 0% to win this game without that misclick. Like, we're plus 4 life here, so he can't kill us with this. And like we gain infinite life with the Scavenging Ooze. He could like kill the Nahiri, but that just like doesn't matter. Yeah, just like opponent's super dead if we don't misclick there. No, we were only gaining 4 life that turn, so we're still dead to the Demonic Dread either way, so I'd much rather just get his creature off the table. Alright, what's not great in this matchup? I actually like most of the cards in this matchup. I'm gonna cut something though, right? What isn't particularly good? The misclick was I clicked past my enter combat step, his enter combat step when I had a Deceiver Exarch in my hand, so instead of tapping down one of his creatures and blocking, we took damage from 2 of them. PN Grindalar is slow. Let's get rid of that. Is this not a Nahiri matchup? This might not be a Nahiri matchup. think I could see this being true. This card's kind of expensive and clunky. But I guess this card, like, is something that lets us sit there on the table and win the game, but, like, we can't protect it either. I think I'm just supposed to do that. Someone asked about Lightning Helix. I generally like Lightning Helix in this matchup because it kills things like the artifact creature, and it kills Shriek Maw and other things. Helix out for sure. Helix allows you to interact with their things, which is nice. Kills a lot of their stuff, wins races, like had 3 more points of life that game. We would likely win. Maybe Phantasmal Image just isn't stellar. It's kind of hard to cast. Yeah, fine. Pride Mage can sacrifice itself in response to a living end. That's its primary feature. Alright, yep, keep. Turn 1, fetch Breeding Pool, play Noble Hierarch. Opponent mulligan to 5. We can't put the Hallowed Fountain in for 3 more matches for people that don't understand how Magic Online leagues work. Please stop saying it in chat. Actually don't have enough anything to have a real educated opinion on that. I think I'm pathing my wall here. Yeah, I'm going to definitely path the wall. Oh, that's not what I want to do, Magic Online. Probably on a red source here. Untapped land. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. I consider the tiers of decks based on how consistent they perform at large events, the number of results that they are putting up on a particular weekend. Can we lose now? Maybe. And there, Glenalenger's halfway dead. It's only mostly dead. Howdy, Tebin. So yeah, could definitely lose the game still. Yeah. Get got. Ugh. Just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I was so excited. We had just like, we got blue magic cards. We can't lose. They're blue. And then opponent just like savaged us. It's so rough. It's so rough. Rough. It's fine. And again, like the thing to remember is if we lose this game and it's not particularly close, the mistake is on me because we shouldn't have lost that first game if I didn't click past that combat step. In a world where I don't click past that combat step, I just never lose that first game. Yep, and you get to living end. What is he doing? He's cycling in response? Sure, man. You do you. I mean, this is great. Deadshot Minotaur kills Fairy Macabre. That's fine. Wait, and the... Wait, what? This is awful. The Shriek Maw kills the Deadshot Minotaur, and the okay, God bless you, opponent, giving it back. I'll take it. That's yep. Kills that guy. Kills that guy. I'll lightning hit. Oh, yep. You know what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do. None of these things are optional on your Magic cards, opponent. None of them are optional. Well, that worked out less good than my opponent was expecting it to, I assume. He decided to kick the ball back to us, I guess. I mean, we could still lose this, I suppose, but... Card you put into opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Sure. So the cards that are in there now stay in there. I'm going to bring in Reclamation Sage for the last game because this is very annoying. I'm just supposed to get Scavenging Ooze, right? And just, like, gobble this up. It's possible I'm supposed to get Pride Mage and kill the Ley Line, but, like, you know. Exarch and Chord for Kiki? That's fair. I guess it slipped my mind that this was a combo piece. So he's going to cast a Living End, I assume. We're going to activate this and eat Deadshot Minotaur in response. I'd rather he have a 2/2 flyer than that guy. So we actually get back our Eternal Witness and our other thing here. Grab Lightning Helix. Durfiend, what are you talking about? Kill that. Rift. I don't know what Rift Sweeper is. That seems awful, Muckrax. I mean, opponent's at 20. I think I'd rather Helix this guy. Suspend my Living End. Yep. Deal. And that's his third one, so he might not have another one, actually. So let me do count here. So this is 6. This had 7 on the following turn. So playing this out doesn't increase the clock, so I'm not going to play it out for now. He's still dead in 3, regardless of if I add the Deceiver Exarch to the board or not. Well, I haven't dropped any frames other than when my laptop clicked off on us, so... Yeah, most lists are on 3, I agree. I'm aware. I mean, to be fair, he had to get the Scavenging Ooze off the table, right? Like, that wasn't optional. Most of Modern's infuriating to play against, to be fair. So this is 5, 6, 7. Is that right? This is 5, 6, 7. And we are. So if we hit untapped, I'm going to play the Deceiver Exarch because if we hit an untapped land here, we can kill him next turn. Assuming no shenanigans. Tap that one. Untapped land. Ding. Fires are done. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Gonna kill you with my double activated Raging Ravine. Bum 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 bum. All right. Reclamation Sage is coming in. What do I want to cut for this? What do I want to cut for this? Anything? Bueller? Yeah, so... Yeah, if you double act... So Raging Ravine says it gains the line of text when this attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. So if you activate it twice, it gains that line of text twice. So when you attack, it gets 2 1/1 counters. Used to come up in Old Standard all the time. No, Path to Exile is very good in this matchup. You want your removal. You want to be able to kill their things, and you occasionally want to path your own guy in response to them living ending. Cut Skite. Skite's like okay. Skite's okay at blocking. It blocks his fear creature, and it protects Eidolon of Rhetoric and Scavenging Ooze from Beast Within. So I like Spell Skite. I like Wall of Omens. I cut the Lone Missionary. Yeah, I think the Missionary is the cut. Occasionally I've wanted to Chord for that in this match. Oh, you know what? That's probably better than the Helix. It's probably better than the Helix. And Helix is medium that game, actually. It's probably fine. Yep, hand's great. Keep. It's not going to be good against his nuts draw, but it's reasonable otherwise. The 2-cost blue card that is currently in our deck is Unified Will. Someone else just mentioned that in chat. So we're gonna play Voice of Resurgence on 2 this match, this game, and then we'll play Scavenging Ooze on 3. Because we're not gonna be able to activate it on 2 either way, so I don't just want to put it in play and expose it to a sweeper or removal spell. No, they're good against Tron. Tron is the reason those cards are in. They're in the board. It's possible I'm supposed to shock this in so I can play this next turn, but pretty sure I'm playing this regardless. I don't know. We'll see. Street Wraith is scary. His most explosive draws involve Street Wraiths and Simian Spirit Guides. Fetch a tap land. Please don't track yourself. Scale of 1 to dead. Definitely edging towards the dead side of the scale. How much longer am I going to be streaming for? Till at least 5. So at least another hour and a half. Yeah, Greg, good to see you too, mate. Yep. Go 12 power, turn 3. The fact that we're getting a voice token might make this okay. Yeah, it was my phone made that noise. I did not see the Jankbach dev from the 5 shards. I wanted to play something else. It had been a long... I literally had played Kiki Chord at every modern event this year. Every modern event this year. So I decided to play something else. Bird, Noble, Wall of Roots. Actually, Wall of Roots would have been the perfect draw there. So I think... Alright, let's start with this. So we're taking 9 this turn, it looks like. Going to 11. Next turn, we play Firelit Thicket. He's been using his Violent Outburst pretty aggressively, too, though. So he might Violent Outburst here and kill this wall, which would be unfortunate. Oh, I could have saged the Architects. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's definitely correct. Should have done that. Yeah, but I wanted to play this land tapped, so like I'm pretty sure that was our line. Playing the Wall of Omens is similar, right? It's just like less mana efficient, but it's not completely less mana efficient because we got to play a shock land tapped. The question is whether or not he wants to Stone Rain us or leave 2 power on the table here. It's a close call. What he wants to do here. Yep, Stone Rain resolves. Wall of Roots is a fantastic draw. So now we get to go play Wall of Roots, play Scavenging Ooze, have more blockers, have Scavenging Ooze activation up, have this be a 4/4. Like that was very good. Maybe that's the push we needed. If he has Violent Outburst here, we're gonna get a little ranched. Oh. No, there's no Malira in the deck right now. You can find links to the deck list below the stream, always there. Shikma was maybe his best draw. I mean, he could have had it in play already too. You're killing my Wall of Roots. Sure. Actually, I'm probably supposed to leave that mana floating until I can eat the Shriekmaw. Just nothing I can do. Yeah. No. The paper format, sure, yeah. I mean, we wouldn't have fetched this against. I guess we could have. We had it on our opening hand. Yeah. So Scavenging Ooze dead. We're going to 3 here. Block that one. Take 9. I think we're just drawing Stone Dead at this point. And unfortunately we have to single block everything and we can't double block any of it. Just the double Shriekmaw is a little bit too much of a beating here. Just never quite got out from under what our opponent was doing. Shouldn't have punted the first game. I don't think 8-Bears decks are good in Modern. They always have a lot of people playing them and almost never put up a lot of results. any results. Almost never put up any results. I mean, Heroic's just like budget infect, right? Budget boggles. Maybe it's slightly different in some ways, but like same type of idea. Yeah, I think I want a second Flash Freeze in the 75 somewhere, Pony. Probably a second Celestial Purge, too. No, I top 8'd one other GP2. I think it was a GP overseas from where I'm at. If I recall, it had one other non. There are links to the deck list below the stream. If you need specifics, you can click on them there and find a nice handy text list that you can copy, paste, import, and export. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, hi there, folks. It's Television's Ruben Bressler here from Tales of Adventure to talk about Eternal Extravaganza, which is one of the highlights of the Magic calendar in 2016. This fourth installment of EE will be taking place June 18th and 19th at the Merchant Square Mall in historic Allentown, Pennsylvania. There's a 15K Legacy main event on Saturday, and both Modern and Vintage 10Ks on Sunday. Every player that registers for any of the 3 main events will receive an awesome exclusive EE4 playmat. Prizes will be paid down all the way to X and 3 in Legacy and X and 2 in both Vintage and Modern, and all 3 event champions will receive not only top prizes, but also some really sweet looking trophies. For those that can't make it, I'm sorry, but we will be broadcasting EE4 live on twitch.tv/talesofadventure throughout the weekend. So visit eemagic.com or check out the hashtag EE4MTG to learn how you can become an Eternal Master this June 18th and 19th at Eternal Extravaganza.
Yeah, Demon Drinking Tea. That's manually sold ad space. So that's me. They sent me a video that I am playing through OBS directly as part of the stream. Which is actually super more convenient because not only does it not get blocked by ad block, but it also doesn't interrupt the stream for anyone because I know when everyone sees the ad at the same part in the stream, as opposed to me like having to guesstimate where people are at based on, you know, delay. So if you're on the East Coast, you should go check out Eternal Extravaganza in June. That's coming up soon, right? It's almost June. It's about a month from now. All right, got a match. See if we can rally the old O2 start. I would like to play first. It's got Emrakul in it, but it's fine other than that, technically. Keep this on 6. Yeah, Hoagland 7, all lowercase, gets you 7% off your order. Alright, bird didn't get bolted. First small victory. Now if we could just draw a Nahiri to get rid of this Emrakul, life would be swell. Glenelendra probably not going to do much against Zoo. Voice of Resurgence is okay though. And the off chance he doesn't have a planes here. Rats, we're so unlucky. I think I'm just using this voice as a speed bump here. I'd rather have the token in this matchup. The difference between Realm... I never actually played Realm Razor at a real Magic event. Realm Razor was there to be cute. I often try cards to be like, I can't believe the number of people that asked me about the Johnny Mentor of Heroes that we played in the sideboard for literally one stream and never drew it when we boarded it in. Like, actually cast it 0 times. I've gotten so many questions about it. Blocks. He can't cast a Tarkus command, and he can't Blood Rush Gore Clan Rampager, so... Oh, he could bolt the bird? Oh, okay, this is... it's about the worst case scenario, I guess. It's not that bad. Still, like, just gaining 3 on this. Gained 5 on this attack. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Tarmogoose. Alright. There's... that was one of our better draws. Help us catch up on board and find more action. I said more action, Wall of Omens! When it rains, it pours. Scavenging Township is going to eat us alive. It's going to eat us alive. Block your Goyf. 6, 7, 8. Halfway to Emrakul. I love that we get to make that joke now. It's the old Hardcast my Emrakul joke. This matchup's generally pretty good for us. We've got like a fistful of walls in our deck. So, another wall, basically. Play this out so we can block with Raging Ravine. Actually, I think I'm going to trade the Raging Ravine with his Wild Nacatl. And the reason for this is I don't really want to deal with a voice token, so I'm just going to go block and take 2 here. He might also just bolt this before combat. Nahiri would be an excellent draw, like she usually is. The Reliquary, sure, man. You've got all the 3/3s. Missionary. Mission is scary. Start the revolution. Polluting the airwaves. It's not been a good day for Kiki Chord. Just getting her stuff pushed in. It's not been a pleasant experience on the afternoon. So he can't cast a Ghoul from me, so I guess I'm just blocking and taking 2. Why did we throw our Raging Ravine away like that? Oh, could have been used to hard cast this Emrakul. We're just such a big dumb dummy. You got another voice? Sure, man. All the grizzly bears are belong to you. Sacrifices the Stomping Ground, sure. Another Goyf would be bad. Could we draw a Quarter Calling? A card our deck's named after, or a Nahiri? Yep. I don't want to play anymore. Not this game, at least. Well, you know, if we live 12 more turns... The Eternal Extravaganza is going to be streamed on Twitch. The URL, I believe it's... I need to check. It was in the advert there. I'm blanking on what it is offhand. Apologies. Just big red 'em. Maybe we will big red some nerds after this. That could be Could be a good relax. That is my favorite wind down activity. When everything else in Magic is going wrong, big red will go right. I think I'm okay taking a resto here. Like we've got, even if he kills the bird, we can cast Wall of Omens next turn and hopefully find our third land drop. We've not used the Phantasmal Image yet. Has not actually, just haven't cast it as of yet or ordered for it. Yep, we're just trying things, you know? If you just keep playing the same old thing off and on and off and on, you'll never make any real progress towards something better. Now, the blue sideboard card that costs 1U is Unified Will. It says counter target spell if you control more creatures than your opponent. And against the decks that we'll be boarding that in against, we will always have more creatures than them. It's basically 1 blue counter target spell. Yeah, man. You got a voice. Block. Casting this now because he's a Voice of Resurgence. Means we don't get to surprise him in combat, but that's fine. I'm like snapping off blocks next turn if he attacks. Even if he could have a Tarkus command, if he like eats the resto, we just like witness back the resto. Path would be spoke too soon. Not snapping off the block anymore. Maybe I'm snapping off the block with the Wall of Omens so I can witness back the wall. That doesn't seem unreasonable. This doesn't seem great though. Call. Like you have mutagenic growth in your Naya mid-range deck. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Get a basic mountain. Never thought of Unified Will. Yeah, Unified Will seems sweet. Alright, what are we cording for? Got 6 up to 4. I boarded out P and K. My walls. Are we just like cording for the other resto? I think we're just cording for the other resto. And then next turn we can witness back the chord and do things. If you Gifts Ungiven for Revelark, Eternal Witness, Deceiver, Exarch, Kiki, how can you lose? That's a good question. Asking the hard-hitting questions. Block. Throwing my card that's drawn a bunch of cards. Next turn, Eternal Witness it back. Draw some more cards. Just a simple man who wants to draw a lot of magic cards. Nothing too complicated about. What? What a straight savage. Just savage AF. Just get wrecked. Man, that doesn't feel good. He only killed my bird and it didn't feel good. Just because I know they're in his deck now. That's terrifying. Thrown straight into the fire. I'm just doing this again. I mean, it seems super free, right? I've actually played this card in Chord before, one in the board. It's hot in particular matchups. Huntmaster of the Fells, sure. This might actually be a deck where Huntmaster is better than P&K. Hadn't thought about that before. So I'm down a bird. Should probably get Stomping Ground. Okay. Nahiri. Exile the Nakatl. Path your Huntmaster. Play this land. I don't think I want to play the Scavenging Ooze. I'd rather it live through Bolt when I play it out. Might be playing this game mildly too defensively, but I feel like with this Witness and Scavenging Ooze in my hand, like I probably just can't lose if we go long, so... Yeah, opponent's deck is just straight Big Zoo. No, Kiki's in the deck. I never board Kiki out. We give him an elemental here, but we get to keep Nahiri on the table, so... Get another green source here for Scavenging Ooze. Bolt this to finish it off. A Johnny Vengeance to finish it off. Yep. Or kill Nahiri. You gotta kill this, right? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Huh. So we're gonna Witness back Resto the Witness, get Chord of Calling. Scavenging Ooze is looking better though. Ooh. 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 Ooh, baby, baby. I don't even think I want to discard anything, right? I just like all my magic cards. Man, what am I doing here? What am I doing? So there's one sorcery in the graveyard. Drewski Brew with the $10 donation. Thanks for my favorite stream. Big Red makes me smile. Big Red makes me smile too. That's one of my favorite decks to get people with. Thank you for the support, mate. I'm not sure. We got a lot of lines here. Johnny just yeah. So I want to play the image. I want to play the image on something that gets enter the battlefield value. So like we'll image Eternal Witness or something like that. I think I just like I think my line I said last turn is correct here. We just like Witness the Resto the Witness, get back Chord and like threaten to combo him next turn. Like maybe I'm even supposed to get back. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to get back the other Eternal Witness there instead of the Chord. That's very possible too. Let's see where he sends his troops. He might ship his creatures at the Nahiri. Which if he does, we just like no blocks and she dies. Yeah, he has to ship at the Nahiri, right? Otherwise she just like eats one on the crackback on our turn. Not the crackback technically, but like when we get to untap, we just eat something. Yeah, man, you got a Huntmaster. Makes his elemental much larger. No, I plus Nahiri at the very start of the turn. I said I don't want to discard anything, and I didn't discard anything. We played Nahiri the previous turn and exiled something, and then we played her again this turn. Yep, he's just shipping at... thinking about it. Thinking about it. Really? This... And yeah, man, you do you. Do I want to double block Tarmogoyf here? I feel like I want to double block Tarmogoyf here. I can like double block Tarmogoyf, kill his Huntmaster of the Fells. Double blocking Tarmogoyf is loose if he has Path or Bolt, though. I'm gonna do this. It's high risk, high reward. He forgot to plus his Ajani Vengeance. Sure, but no, the difference there is if we try to combo him on this turn and he has Path or Bolt, we actually just lose the game. The difference here is if he has Path or Bolt, we just end up behind. But if we just like chump and then try and use combo on our turn and he has it, then we're just stone dead. We could Trinket Mage for Engineered Explosives here. I do love me a good toolbox. And then we could just plus this. Image on Huntmaster can't flip. I think I want to image on Witness, rebuy Resto, and then Resto, Witness, rebuy Path. I think that's definitely what I want to do. Yeah, image on Huntmaster can't transform. If he kills the Witness in response to this, but I think it's pretty low probability he has that since. Exile the Elemental. I really don't have anything I want to discard right now, so I think I'd much rather just do this, exile this, instead of ticking up to 6. Like, we're in a pretty commanding spot between our chords and stuff here. So during his upkeep, I'm going to resto my non-image Eternal Witness. Right? I mean, I did top 8 the first 3 this year. So, like, top 32, like, you can't top 8 everything. Even when you're playing perfectly, you're not going to top 8 everything. That being said, there was definitely room for me to have played better this past weekend. So, hopefully we can 13-2 or better in Charlotte next weekend. That would be ideal. I did not cite in Pithing Needle. That is correct. Yeah, sure, but like it used up its Planeswalker activation and our image drew a card. If you resto the image, it dies when you target it. That attack was bold. Maybe just stupid? Probably just stupid. Path this guy. Trinket Mage for EE. EE for 1. Kill the guys. Just gonna plus this and not discard anything again. I think the Jeskai control deck is better. If you're gonna put in less time. I think they're both reasonable decks if you're gonna put in a lot of time. Kiki Chord is harder to play. No longer dead to Bonfire off the top. All of these creatures attack a Johnny just in case he has a removal spell. EE is Engineered Explosives. I'm going to play this out because if he has removal spell into top deck Bonfire of the Damned, he could kill us if I don't gain some life here. I think my 4-color Bring to Light deck is pretty reasonably positioned against Tron. It has a lot of, like, having Bring to Light for your Crumble to Dust is pretty powerful. If I qualified for a promotional tour, I would go. The promotional tour pays some amount of dollars and cents, and I know enough people that play on the promotional tour consistently that I could probably find other people like room with, so the hotel wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. You like Wrath of God? Johnny, sure. I talked about why I didn't chord for Kiki Jiki there. The reason why you don't chord for Kiki Jiki there is because we are infinitely ahead. We cannot lose this game. We're not going to lose this game by just playing a fair game of Magic. And if our opponent had a removal spell to disrupt our combo and then untapped and drew Bonfire of the Damned, we would lose the game. So, like, basically you're taking an unnecessary risk. If the opponent had any disruption, we would lose there. And then, you know, there's basically just no reason. Like, it's all downside because we're not losing this game by just, like, doing what we're doing. Hey, Settolution. What's going on, mate? Well, we're not going to be 0-3. We've got that going for us. We are not 0-3. Got him. Okay, so for people asking, Exarch taps down Nahiri. It also taps down Emrakul. Like, it's just another piece of utility. I already have some shifts around that I wanna make after this first league, starting with a Hallowed Fountain in the mana base. This hand's pretty medium. I did run an ad cruising in. I went to I zoned and I thought the match was done and feel like this hand is a trap. I feel like this hand is a trap. Yeah, for those that asked about the sub, there's a link below the stream. If you can't find it, I can go ahead and post it in chat for you. Let us know. If you're on mobile, it's just over the video overlay. Yeah, I want to mulligan this. I feel like I want walls or removal or just like something. This hand's medium. It's like loose. If this was a fetch land, that would be better. Just get a white source, and this hand's pretty reasonable. Just like even, I think I just keep like any 2 cards, any hand with like EE and Helix in it. First hand feels Meg. I thought you were making a Family Guy reference there for a second. I was like, feels Meg has to be a Family Guy reference, but I'm not quite sure where we're coming from here. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Cast my Noble Hierarch here on 1. I'm just going to put this out here on 1. So again, why aren't you Copper Langorge? That's fine, I want to put this on 1 anyway, so we'll just do this and kill this. Hopefully he's got Wild Nicoddles and not Knight of the Reliquary in his hand. And I added tapped Planeswalker. I'm letting him attack with Exalted here as opposed to blowing up the Engineered Explosives, because blowing up Engineered Explosives is going to turn this Goyf into a 3/4. Man, we are going to end up 0-3. I can feel it. We're just going to brick off with this hand. He's going to cast Collected Company here. Oh, God bless. Alright, well, I got this at least, I guess, kinda. No Bolt 1 time. No Johnny Vengeant 1 time. A mana base. Only a mother can love. God, it's a Johnny Vengeant. I can feel it. No, he would have a Johnny Vengeant in his last turn, right? Yeah, he would have done that last turn. Okay, maybe he just got like a bunch of 1-drops. The upside to Engineered Explosives is that it's often killing more than one thing. Scavenging Ooze. I guess I just go Helix this now, cast Lone Missionary. That doesn't seem particularly awful. Get to use our mana efficiently this turn. Their land was a good draw there. If he attacks this turn, whether or not we block is a good question. If we rip an untapped land, we can just start like Kikiing Lone Missionary for blockers and life gain. Doesn't seem completely unreasonable. You wish there was a cycle. If there was a cycle of Horizon Canopies, it would be interesting to see how mana bases in Modern would adjust, because it's definitely not free to play. Round 5. Yeah. Not blocking here. So can no longer cast Kiki. I could Phantasmal Image, Noble Hierarch, and then ship Missionary into Vengeance. I think that's our best line. He gives us another Exalted point. So we get rid of his Noble Hierarch here. He gets to just go ahead and a Johnny Vengeance kill this guy next turn, but... Correct, you don't get the basic land. The Phantasmal Image will be sacrificed in response to the spell targeting it, and the spell targeting it never actually resolves. Turn off auto yields. I want to fetch with this at end step. So we're going to take hit for 4 here. Well, he's flooding out a little bit. That's good for us. Until he casts Bonfire of the Damned. And again, would like to fetch a Hallowed Fountain here, but can't. I guess there's not that many blue cards in our deck, so I'll just get a Temple Garden. Huh. So we get Eternal Witness for Engineered Explosives. Oh, we're going to Eternal Witness for Phantasmal Image, Eternal Witness, and then that one will get back Engineered Explosives. Yep, seems great. And then we can actually put Explosives on 4 and kill the Johnny. Yeah, the mods are just mostly people I know in real life and subs that have been here for a while that I trust. We've proven they're not completely unreasonable. Add black to the deck and play Bring to Light. That seems loose. So again, he just gets to kill this thing, but it takes up his activation, so he can't target one of our mana sources. Ah, stutter there. Stutter it up. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, this is a little bit of value, right? Like, he killed this for free. He technically killed this for free. So, pros and cons of the light blue splash. I don't know. We've played like 3. This is our 3rd match with it, and we're currently 0-2. It might just be awful. All right, he down ticked to kill the Noble Hierarch, so his guy can't die. Not bad. Drew this anyways. Yep. So blue, white, red, green. We hold Engineered Explosives for 4. I've not tooled around with Thopter Sword combo at all. No pros, all cons. Yep. That's exactly what we said. I wanted to play a different Magic deck. I've played Kiki Chord a lot. Playing different Magic decks is fun. I did throw away one of the games against Livingen. That is correct. That's why I said I don't have enough information to really accurately judge. Go ahead and grab Engineered Explosives here. Yeah, I can kill Tarmogoyf. I have a Kiki block. Okay. Glad we covered this. Alright, so play this. Play this for 2 different colors. Blow it up. You get a thing. Rebuy Lone Missionary here so we don't get burned out. Play it now. I'm a vegetarian, so I get veggie burgers. He's just like awesome in Modern in general. It's a very powerful card. I don't know if we're gonna play the Gift Rock deck again. It was more of like a fun one-off. But correct, the Bonfire is terrifying. Like we could, he rips Bonfire. We're gonna lose this game most likely. Why, you know, Kiki. Alright, well, let's try and... Oh, I was about to say... I was literally thinking, let's try and win the game as quickly as possible. Well, drawing the combo seems like a good way to win it as quickly as possible. Well, that's too much mana. You have to ask that question. Nope, not offended. Just says 2 more lands in hand, flooded. Yep, well, we flooded game 1. Yeah, not 0-3. We're not 0-3. Deck's not complete trash, just mostly trash. How do you feel about Kolaghan's Command in general or in this deck? This deck can't cast Kolaghan's Command. We don't have black mana. In my normal configurations of Kiki Chord, I think it's hard to cast. Also, that doesn't fix problems that we have. So, we get a really good curve here. You just go like, fetch Basic Mountain, Witness back, fetch, PN Corinne, Resto something. Like, good strong curve. That is the first combo kill. That's correct. Temple of Triumph. Alright, so... because my opponent has played Temple of Triumph, I am going to fetch Basic Plains now. I was going to say I was going to fetch Basic Forest, but this is likely a Blood Moon deck. My Blood Moon senses are tingling. How did the SCG tournament go? I went 9-4 in matches played, which put me into the top 32 of the event. I had 2 buys, so my total record was 11-4. But I went 9-4 in matches played. This was the incorrect fetch land to play here. I should have played the Windswept Teeth, and the reason why I should have played the Windswept Teeth is because this can fetch 2 different basics out of my deck. This can only fetch 1 basic at this point. Boros Reckoner. Welcome to the Boros Reckoner bracket, folks. We found the Boros Reckoner bracket. That's a good draw. Get it out of here. And see, now I actually have to fetch Shock if I wanted to play the PN Corinne this turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack with the Witness here. And then before our opponent untaps and can bolt this in response to the Resto trigger, I'm just going to go ahead and Resto this and get my Path to Exile back. Opponent's likely playing Sweepers in their deck, so I'm not going to play out the PN Corinne until they answer what's already on the table. Mono Boros Reckoners, sure. I'm gonna play this bird out. I'm gonna play the bird out, I guess, to block this Boros Reckoner when he attacks for the next turn. We have Blood Moons. We have Quetzalcoatl Pride Mage, 4 Chords, and a Nahiri. If he's on a Blood Moon deck. He may or may not be. He's got Needle Spires. This generally means Blood Moon, but Needle Spires could mean not. Yeah, man. We're about to get got. He's about to, like, cast Blasphemous Act here. It's coming. I can feel it. My head is thoroughly exploded, for there is a path to exile. That. Okay, yep, color me got. I've been had. That, however, can't be spell guided. Alright, I think we're just passing the turn. Just want to, like, keep Nahiri alive. We've played, this is actually our 4th match with it, so no educated opinion on it. If I were to tell you that I feel one way or another about it, I'd be lying. Oh, this is clever. He's attacking with the Spellskite, so he can't Nahiri it. So he can't Nahiri his Resto. Good play. We're going to throw Noble Hierarch in front of the Needle Spires and Resto in front of Resto here. Because I wanted to guaranteed get the Spellskite out of there. This guy's on a whole different level from us. This isn't even fair. I don't know what game he's playing, but it's not the same game we're trying to play. I've been had. I didn't play around his limited combat trick, and then he savaged us. He savaged us. Am I attacking with this? I feel like I'm not attacking with these. I'm just gonna keep them all on defense. If I double blocked the Spellskite, the Nahiri died. He was attacking the Nahiri. Ain't even mad. He got us, man. Swift justice. This card doesn't even cantrip, does it? Nope. Okay, I thought it drew a card. I was like, it has to draw a card, right? Pew pew. Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's another... Oh, that's unfortunate. That's how we could lose this game. We could lose the Nahiri and then lose the game. Save Nahiri, save the world, as they say. And another Resto? Oh, God, we're going to lose. We're going to lose so bad. It was all a clever trap. Run! It's a trap! It's a trap! Are there competitive modern leagues? There are not. This is in fact the friendliest of modern leagues. That's Boros Garrison, okay. I think I'm just leaving this uncracked. We could draw a blue card. This is still game 1, so I'm just not going to crack this, because we could also draw Kiki Jiki. Could also draw land. Let me play one more out. If he Kikis us, he could Kiki us. You're not wrong. We could get comboed next turn. Oh, look at this. He's just on a whole different plane. Oh, he kept his scry on top. That's probably bad for us. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Oh, he has a removal spell. It's not even fair. Yep, Needle Spires coming to Browntown. Coming to the Browntown beatdown. Block. Yeah, block. Woo! All of our comebacks start with this card. Okay. They probably involve that card too. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or it's like blocking and cording for a resto. Yep. He kept on top with this Temple of Triumph, for reference. Don't you even don't say things like that, Kitchen Finks. That's so rude. Here comes the Aven Mind Sensor. That's terrifying. Would not be surprised to see the removal spell here. Oh, jeez. God bless. Please play a card that doesn't kill me. Please play a card that doesn't kill me or my guys. I just don't have words. I wish I had words right now, but I don't. Wait, what just happened? Deals amount of damage, deal target. Then Volk enters the battlefield. It deals damage, an amount of damage of your choice to you and target creature that damage. Oh, okay, it's a combo. He's a combo deck. I get it now. I understand. I understand what our opponent is doing. Okay. Okay, everything has been made clear. I now understand what has happened. All right, so can I kill him is the question. Are we short? We're going to play this and get back Resto, and then Resto costs us 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we can't quite kill him. Am I supposed to get PN Corindalar here? I'm supposed to get PN Corindalar here, I think. That was a mistake. I tapped my lands wrong. I cast that before I fully thought about what I was getting back. So definitely 1 point of life lower than I need to be right now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We play this. 2 and 3 are basically the same. And we will do some blocks and then chord for a Kiki, and then Kiki a witness. So if he draws a brick, we should be dead here. What? It just had a bunch of... God bless America. Ah! We're getting Lone Missionary. We're not just dead. Could he just, like, have drawn one brick? Come on. Okay. Kiki Jiki. Ah! Tilt. 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 Ah. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Almost, but not quite. I'm not dead yet. Are we dead now? Not quite dead yet. Almost, but not quite. Almost, but not quite. We got draws. We got draws and redraws and redraws. Someone say my name. Yep. God bless America. Stop with the hot fire. Can you just, like, not have hot fire for one turn? We're over here drawing lands and Emrakul's, and you're just like lightning bolt into Path to Exile, into stuff. Can I catch a break? And the worst part is, if he makes us click through the combo, we're going to lose this match on time. That's the actual worst part, is we're probably going to lose this match on time. Alright, Kiki is lethal. You have to draw exactly Kiki. If we lose this game, we're done playing Kiki Chord. We're gonna go play Big Red. Because I can't take losing this game. This is gonna be too much. Even the people that play Modern wouldn't understand the cards that got my opponent to the life he was at. It was actually kind of neat. His deck is very neat. His deck is sweet. Efficient synergies. Yep. We don't really have. I mean, I feel like this is a good. It's gotta be. This matchup is good, right? I have no idea. I don't know how my stuff matchup is. I'm glad there's almost 700 of you hanging out here enjoying this, because this is, Magic's fun. Magic's great, Modern's great, life's great. Oh, God, there's no way there's not Blasphemous Axe in his board, right? Like, oh, I boarded out the Glenelendra, didn't I? He's got to have Blasphemous Axe in his board. Yeah, we shouldn't, people in Glass Houses shouldn't throw stones. Like, I'm playing a 64-card main deck right now. He had Spellskite on the table the entire game. He had Spellskite on the table the entire game. If he gets Blood Moon on 3, I'm conceding and we'll go do something else. Oh, man, I drew my answer. I shouldn't speak. Yeah, man, rest in peace. You got it. Against my Nahiri deck, yeah. I guess it's good against Voice. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have played this other Wall of Omens. We're going to miss a land drop now and just, like, feel bad about ourselves. This next card's a land. I'm going to be really upset with myself. Yep. Super punts. All of the Soulfire Grandmasters belong to him. I don't even know that I want to exile. Yeah, I probably just want to exile that now. Let's just get it out of here. Oh, I should have attacked with the Voice now that I exiled that. I don't really follow politics all that much. Oh, you know what? I could have played the Exalted guy, but that's fine. I think I'd rather just have a Voice token. Yeah, he's not blocking. Play this. Yeah, I think I want to rebuy that fetch. We're going to have enough selection with Nahiri that I think I just want, like, quantity of cards here. Opponent is, in fact, playing red-white lifelink. Blasphemous Act? Did I put enough creatures out? Or just Boros Reckoner? Just Boros Reckoner. Good. Oh, good. Just a Boros Reckoner. Maybe I should bring Fulminator Mage in. Kill these Boros garrisons. Big opponent into Blasphemous Act. Exarch taps things so Nahiri can exile it. And it also taps Emrakul when people Nahiri them up against you. Lightning Helix, make sure. Are we just like double bolting Nahiri here? Doesn't seem unreasonable. Hey now, opponent is 1 in 3. Thank you very much. He gained a lot of life. That's like his thing, right? It's his MO, gaining all the life. Think I want to keep all these? Scavenging doesn't seem particularly good right now. Land doesn't seem great either. We'll just hold on to that. No, this card doesn't have lifelink. Double lifelink doesn't do anything, but this card doesn't have lifelink. It says you gain 3 life. So if it has you gain life and lifelink, it does both. This attack is just a free 2 points of life for him. Sweet. Kill this now. Alright, at least my... Now my resto doesn't want to attack into his, because then it can kill our Nahiri. Discard this land, save the backup Nahiri in case he answers this one somehow. I'm going to play this bird out so that way he can't... that way he can't play out a second thing here. So he can't kill this and then attack Nahiri. If he has Blasphemous Act, he has to play it. Oh, jeez. He's activating Soulfire Grandmaster, then casting Blasphemous Act? Or just Helix? Oh, that's gross. God, we're gonna lose. We're so dead. We're so dead. Oh, good. He's just Boros Charming us again. This dude's just like on a whole different level than we are. Whole different level. Glad we have 4 Nahiri. God bless you. Alright, I should plus this first. See if we find a Spellskite. What do the kids say? YOLO? Alright. Alright. I probably want this. Probably want that. Mushroom Scavenging Ooze, he's got Rest in Peace. Nah, I don't think we... I feel like that's not an angle of attack we want. This is Friendly Leagues! Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to screw around with this some more. The Trinket Mage doesn't seem very good, but a lot of what's going on here is fine. Glenelundra Archmage is a powerful card. The question is always whether or not you can get the mana to work. The mana is definitely harder because you have to play multiple blue sources in order to play cards like Unified Will and... Glenelundra, we have to have multiple blue sources in the mana base, which isn't something that you have to do when you have the Black Splash. This is what the 1-2 bracket looks like. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Please don't play a Boros Reckoner next turn. I would like to play Nahiri. Sweet. So we could have attack Nahiri plus Boros Charm here, but that's fine, especially since we drew an Eternal Witness. Oh, we got Chords. No, not at all. I play non-cordable one-ofs all the time. I'm greedy. Sometimes you just want to draw them. Don't I just exile this? I feel like I want to just exile this. And by this, I mean his Spellskite. So our opponent has the ability to gain an arbitrarily large amount of life next turn. Well, that's weird. He left the Spellskite. I'm surprised by that attack. If he attacks here, I'm assuming he's attacking Nahiri. I'm going to go ahead and chord for a Wall of Omens. And block the Boros Reckoner. Path. Another Soulfire. Oh, Quasi-Pride Mage, good draw. Let's go ahead and play this. Use him to kill Spellskite. Yeah, kill the Spellskite. Path the Boros Reckoner. Shock-in Witness, rebuy Path. I feel like if we just kill all of his guys, he just can't win the game. It's like basically be a Jund deck against him. Flame Tongue Kavu. I mean, we'd probably play a Flame Tongue Kavu. Card's pretty good. Another Spellskite, sure. Alright. Let's hoping to draw garbage so we could go ahead and have something to discard and feel good about it. I think I'm just passing here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. Jund him out. Yep. Just pick apart all of his toys. I'm assuming based on the configuration of his deck and all of these Spellskites, he probably beat Infect for his 1-win. Or Burn. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Burn or Infect. Let's tap my lands right here. Opponent's playing red-white cards I like. It's got an infinite life combo in it. Let him win. Path this. Helix this. Jump this with my bird. It's a Saffron Olive deck. Okay. So we get to protect this bird with Spellskite, and then alt Nahiri next turn, and get a Squidbilly, and attack him with the giant Squidbilly. Against the odds are much a brew. I'm not playing around Kiki Jiki out of my opponent's deck. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. We've seen a lot of my opponent's deck, and I'm not putting him on having Kiki in the 75. And like if he has a Kiki and punishes me for that, that's fine. But I'm not putting him on having a Kiki in the 75. Alright, well, killed the bird. See how much damage he wants to do to himself here. He might want to do enough to keep the Volcanic Hellion, but that seems loose. Yeah, just do one. Exile your tapped creature. Yeah, my list from this weekend was very, very good. Felt very powerful. I'm going to get Kiki here and move to my end step. I guess if he has Path, this is a little bad, but that's not even that bad. If he like kills Kiki, we still have a Chord left over. Even if he has Path here, we can probably just beat him with Emrakul Beatdown. I wrote about Jeskai Nahiri Control on MTG Card Market last week. You can read about my thoughts there. Opponent said he was 1 mana short last turn. I'm not sure of what, but probably meant of killing us. Or going infinite, one of the two. And now, while we wait for our last match in this league, a word from our sponsor.
Oh, hi there, folks. It's Television's Ruben Bressler here from Tales of Adventure to talk about Eternal Extravaganza, which is one of the highlights of the Magic calendar in 2016. This 4th installment of EE will be taking place June 18th and 19th at the Merchant Square Mall in historic Allentown, Pennsylvania. There's a 15K Legacy main event on Saturday, and both Modern and Vintage 10Ks on Sunday. Every player that registers for any of the 3 main events will receive an awesome exclusive EE4 playmat. Prizes will be paid down all the way to X and 3 in Legacy and X and 2 in both Vintage and Modern, and all 3 event champions will receive not only top prizes, but also some really sweet looking trophies. For those that can't make it, I'm sorry, but we will be broadcasting EE4 live on twitch.tv/Tales of Adventure throughout the weekend. So visit eemagic.com or check out the hashtag EE4MTG to learn how you can become an Eternal Master this June 18th and 19th at Eternal Extravaganza.
Welcome back. Yes, we have beaten the ad block users. 2-2 versus 1-2. Battle of Titans, you could say. You probably shouldn't, but you could. Easy mulligan. Easy greedy keep. Me breathing. Oh yeah, I guess I should mute my microphone on the other scene. I don't know, Thunderfrost. I'm gonna keep this, and it's all sorts of greedy, but I'm gonna keep it. I don't remember what list we talked about in Indy. Still on Naya Humans. Okay, well, if this Noble Hierarch lives and we draw a land, I don't think this hand can lose. But if the Noble Hierarch dies and we don't draw a land, that's like worst case scenario. But like even if we brick on land and this lives, like we get walls into play. If these walls make this Court of Calling really good. No, don't bolt the bird. Don't do it. No. Rip. Rip. Okay, we're done. We're done here. Even if we hit the land, we were done here. Alright, what cards do we not want? Don't really want Quasi Primage. I think this is a Chord out matchup. I think this is a Chord out matchup. Just like go lower to the ground. Let's try this. Right? Just mono soulbound matchups. Welcome to the 2-2 bracket. This is going to be my last match of the day. So I stream from about 1 p.m. Central Standard Time till about 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, and it's just about 5 o'clock now. So my wife just got home from work. We're going to do some stuff with the kids tonight. I will be back tomorrow afternoon at the same time, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we'll be playing some more Modern Then, probably with the control deck that I played in Indianapolis. Keep. Hand's very good. If he doesn't bolt the bird, we get turn 2 double wall. He does bolt the bird, then we don't have to deal with the threat on turn 1. We started playing Nihiri Emrakul 2 weeks ago. It's been a little while. This needs to, obviously we're at 79 cards. This is a far from reasonable, but there's some. I just wanted to try a bunch of cards. We're actually going to have to call it a day after this. Like, I didn't realize how late it was when I said we might play some Big Red. Defense up. Turtle up, boys. Boys and girls, turtle up. You should have gotten 4 when I told everyone they were great. I mean, I wasn't quiet. I wasn't quiet. Y'all had plenty of time. If you watched the stream, you had plenty of time, and you have no one to blame but yourself. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Okay, you got a 3/3. Block. Having blue mana to pay for spell skill will actually make the burn matchup mildly better too, which is not non-zero. Like, occasionally we'd make blue mana for Spellskite with Birds of Paradise or the Noble Hierarch, but like having a blue source in the mana base to fetch for is sweet. Core Firewalker in the sideboard is much worse than cards like Lone Missionary and Burrington Forge Tender. You can't cast it consistently on 2, and the card doesn't have a high impact on the game if you don't also have red spells to cast. Look at all these triggers! Triggers. Alright, well, we're gonna... Oh, he has 2 Lightning Berserkers? So we're like on... We need Chord, Trinket Mage, or the Natural Engineered Explosives here. So... Block... 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 Take 4. All right, we got a removal spell. Aggro deck can't win. That's how that works, right? Am I supposed... This is tough. Am I supposed to play... I could go like Path, Snapcaster Path, is that right? That's probably right, because then these can trade with... Yeah, we're just going to go Path, Snapcaster Path. And then next turn we can Snap Path again. We are trying a blue flash today. I'm just going to cast this now so I don't have to play around anything weird and get blown out by it. Just in case. Any chance to run Jeskai today? We're going to play some Jeskai tomorrow. Is the battle plan. This is probably going to be the this is going to be the last match of the day. So if we win this game, we'll play one more, play game 3, but otherwise I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I've been going for almost 5 hours now. I actually started a little early today. So sorry about that. No. Yeah, we're going to play with the deck that I played in Indianapolis tomorrow. So I think we're going throw this away, trade here, take 2. Yeah, I like that. Huh. You know what? I'm actually going to... Do I want to do that? I could witness back... Nah, this was sloppy. I was going to say I could witness back my witness and then play the other witness and then witness the path, but the fact that I don't have 7th mana means I'm just going to have to throw one of them away as a chump blocker anyway, so that doesn't really mean anything. I'm just going to go ahead and again do this now. His last card in hand is Lightning Berserker. It's the second one that we're aware of. Oh, I didn't block with the Spell Skite, did I? Yeah, that was sloppy. Their last card is Lightning Berserker. You are correct. It was very sloppy. Well, that punishes us for the line that I took. Just have to block here or we get fireballed. So we're down 2 points of life from where we should be if I'm taking optimal lines. Kithion's going to flip here. The Eternal Witness trades. Spellscape bounces. Go to 7. Last match. Last match. Up to one more game. We're in game 2. Spell. God, I need to be more specific. Man, do I need to be more specific. You are technically a spell, Noble Hierarch. In every sense of the word. Yep. Why did I take a damage I didn't have to take? Why? Ay. Trinket Mage would be our best draw. We could Trinket Mage, get Engineer Explosives, kill this. Another bird of paradise. Okay. You know. That does nothing. Oh. Well, this was a poop day. Poop day to Chord. We technically drew spells 2 turns in a row. I know, Jacob. I can't believe it either. No. Meh. Oh, you need a diaper? That's fine. Dad's dead anyways. The TV's not on, bud. Here, play with your car. Just dead, right? Man, I even fetched the wrong basic. Hey. Say bye-bye, internet. Oh, are we upset? All right. Well, we're dead here, so we're going to go ahead and call it a day. I'm taking off, folks. Thanks for hanging out.